Physical education class can be a time of enjoyment, learning, and fun. Or, when it's not safe, phys ed can be an absolute nightmare. Safety in phys ed class is extremely important to help kids learn in a safe environment, okay? And it all starts with having a nice, clean, safe gym. It's very important to make sure that there's no distractions in the way of the gym, things that would be unsafe that kids could bump into, trip over, things like that. You gotta make sure your gym is nice and safe before the class even starts. Okay, once the class starts, there's a bunch of different things that you can do to make sure that your kids are in the safest environment possible. Okay, a classic, and one of my favorite ways, is to just use cones, okay, to mark off certain areas where kids should or should not be. Okay, using cones can be a very effective method to keep kids in certain areas or out of certain areas or away from certain hazards, and they're nice and big, you can't miss them. All right? Another thing that we love to use in our gymnasium is a scooter. Okay, before you're gonna let the kids use any type of scooter, you need to make sure that you're teaching them scooter safety. Okay, this includes things like putting your hands on the insides of the scooter, okay, so nobody can bump your hands. Okay, riding the scooter on your bottom. Okay, you see a lot of kids trying to ride on their bellies, which is unsafe. Okay, so we're riding on our bottom with our hands inside. Okay, and we're always looking where we're going using the scooter. Okay, you need to make sure you teach these things before you start the scooter unit. Okay, another thing that you can do, okay, is using safer equipment. This year we have a hockey stick. Okay, much safer than a traditional hockey stick. We've got a foam stick here. Okay, this way if it hits somebody, they're not gonna get hurt. Okay, so safety in your equipment is extremely important. Another thing you can do, okay, with the younger kids, we like to play tag games. Okay, if you're letting them tag with their hands, okay, they like to swing their hands around, slap a little bit, okay, have them put on one of these foam hands, okay, this way everybody's nice and safe, okay, you're not gonna hurt anybody using a soft foam hand. All right, should be pretty obvious, but any type of activity, okay, like if you're playing football, should be using flags, okay? Should not be tackling anybody in your physical education class. That's a great way to get hurt or injured, okay? So have them wear their flags, okay? Pull the flag of somebody else. This way, it's non-contact. They're not touching each other. They're just touching the flags, okay? This will help you stay safe during a football unit. Okay, just like the hockey stick we had before, we have a soft paddle here. Okay, this is gonna be softer than any type of racket, tennis racket, badminton racket. Okay, those things can get pretty hard. This is nice and soft, it's foam. This way the kids are not hurting each other. Okay, another great method to use. Okay, one more thing. Okay, we've got a soft gator skin ball. Okay, this is gonna be much safer than any type of hard rubber ball. Okay, you can use this for just about anything. Okay, any type of rolling activity if you're bowling. Okay, any type of throwing activity if you want to do a softball unit or any type of game that involves throwing. It's nice to use a nice safe gator ball just like this, okay? It's not gonna hurt anybody, all right? And one more thing, we've got these big mats, okay? We've got these all over the gym. We've got a bunch of them. We're lucky that our gym has plenty of these big mats, okay? Anything that we wanna do, okay? If we're gonna do it on the hard floor, okay, that's a potential for an injury. So what we'll do, we'll lay out a few mats so the kids can be nice and safe on the gym floor, and we can do different activities, whether it's gymnastics, whatever activity we need to do, okay? We make sure that we use a nice, safe flooring for it. Okay, these are just some of the things that you can do to help keep your phys ed class safe. Okay, and remember, safety is extremely important. If the kids are not safe, they're not going to learn anything. All right, so remember, kids, play safe. So my topic was safety in physical education class, and this topic was really important to me because I'm a physical education teacher in the Northport East Northport School District, so this is a topic that I see every single day at work. I see it with my kids, and for me, I want to make sure my kids are as safe as possible when they come to my class, so this topic was really important to me. What I want people to take from it is just the idea that they need to be mindful of how to be safe during phys ed class, how to explicitly teach it because kids don't understand it unless you teach it to them. So as a phys ed teacher or anybody in charge of any type of physical activity, it's important to explicitly teach safety rules before you do any kind of activity to make sure everybody's safe and they can learn in the safest environment possible. Some statistics that I learned through my research were about 60,000 students are injured in PE-related activities every single year across the United States. And the number of phys ed-related injuries actually increased 150% between 1997 and 2007. And the most common injuries are upper and lower extremity sprains, strains, and fractures, so things like ankle sprains, wrist strains, things like that. And nearly 70% of the injuries in phys ed occurred during 6 activities, which were running, basketball, football, volleyball, soccer, and gymnastics. All right, so how this topic relates to the 5 E's, all right, when we're talking about enforcement, okay, there's some rules that need to be put in place and enforced by law or by administration within the schools to make sure everybody's following them. As far as engineering, okay, different equipment can be safer because it's engineered better. Things like using softer balls or softer equipment versus a harder equipment. Education, teachers need to be educated on this topic so that they know how to teach safely. Okay, economic incentives, that can come from the government or from administration as far as funding for your phys ed program. Okay, if it's a safe program, you can get some more funding to make sure it stays safe. And as far as emergency response, within every school there should be AEDs, a nurse, and every phys ed teacher should have some type of med kit on hand. And then of course, if needed, you can call a local ambulance to come and assist further. Okay, if you're looking for more info, you can go to shapeamerica.com, NewYorkStateAFER.com, or PECentral.org. All those websites have awesome information on safety and phys ed, and they're great resources for phys ed teachers or any type of teachers or people just looking for more information. So thanks for watching, and remember, play safe.